To the fascinating Jitney Disco with DJ Mike.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you today?
You're listening to the fascinating Jitney Disco DJ Mike.
I'm drinking my first sip with honey.
Lying down and no so weird.
And
Within my we are calm and so
I am strong when I'm on your shoulder, Lord. Raise me up more than I can. Take my blood, Lord, and let me separate from the love of God. Don't let anything separate you from your family. You show separate you. Well, the friends, 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 friends. And social media separate Romans 8:38 says, "For that neither your life nor interest not things present nor things to come, not powers nor height, subject, nor anything else in all creation, that will be able to separate me from the love of God in Christ Jesus our Lord." Don't let anything separate you from the love of God. No matter what, don't let anything separate you. Don't let anyone separate you. No mother, no father, no sister, no brother, nobody. I am sure that neither death nor life, nor angels, nor rulers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor powers, nor height, nor depth, or anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God Christ Jesus were. Nothing can separate you from the love of God. Nothing. God loves you. You can't do anything that you will hate. You don't like sin that your creator will do. But you as a person will love you with an everlasting love. Nothing can separate you from the love of God. He died for you, and so he loves you. But God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not but have everlasting life. Say, I am my Father. You are profitable, but you and if you saying all kind of things, what the meaning is, but meaning is today. I am my Father, my one. And you don't have the spiritual eyes to see other people. It takes spirit to see spirit. It takes spirit to know spirit. You can come up to God with your flesh and expect to understand spiritually. You have to come to God in spirit. And this thing will come out. But you have to come to God in the spiritual eye. You got to come to God in spirit. Then you will understand. And I said, we're reading of the Bible. When you're reading the Bible, don't just pick up the Bible and begin to read the Bible. Ask the Lord to give you knowledge, open up your understanding, make simplified things so the words can come to you, so you can understand what you're reading. Don't just read it and fly through it. Don't just read it for reading itself. When you read it, you understand what you're reading. And the Lord will open up your understanding so you can understand what you're reading. Hallelujah. I am in Florida too. Virtual love. And hugs and kisses. Thank you. Oh, I was living for our country. Now I live in St. Lucie County. Nice to meet you. I live in Mount Lauderdale. I live in not Lauderdale. I live in Lauderdale, Lauderdale Lake. Nice to meet you. I'm from Lauderdale when I first came here. I lived in Fort Lauderdale. Very good. I love it. And that's what I want. Tell you. That lifts you up. I know we are preaching, I know we are all of that before. But when somebody says positive to help to lift you up, you understand. Sometimes it's going to be older women to preach and younger. Amen. Amen. I like the Father says on some love. And it's what that concept. suicidal attitude. Okay. And that's happening. They're telling me to do a lot of things. Good morning, Stephanie. They're telling me to do a lot of things. And I'm going. I told my son I have to go to the class in the computer. As I don't know too much. I'm setting up to go take a class in computer or something. I don't know. Because I don't know a lot of lingo like the young ones. The young one love and learn it so fast. But regarding the vessel is smile at this time. He will help me through it. And I'm doing better. Galatians 2:27. I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. And the life I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me. My Lord, I have been crucified with him. It is no longer I who live. It is no longer me. When you're a Christian, it is no longer you, but Christ who lives in you. And that's why we have to live. Some people see Christ in us because Christ lives in us. And I see the things that we do to others, the things that we do, and things I'm just living that I talked about, walk away from things. And as I talked about walk away from things, in the news in the evening, was something that could have been avoided. Now, this man is not a baby, not a teenager. We went sit in jail because somebody came to repossess. If you know you have payment and you call, put it in the garage because you have a door. Or put it at the back of your house, something. But you all payment on his car. And this young man came to repossess his car. My baby. And instead of it letting him take his car, he would get another car. I lost a lot of cars before. To repossess them, honey, I lost a lot of cars before. Lost a lot of cars. The man and the man who was repossessing the car was also in the wrong. Because when you're gonna go repossess somebody's car, you don't go in broad daylight when they're home. It's gonna be problems. He went there in the day to repossess this man's car. The man get upset, quarreling and fighting and striven, and went inside and get his weapon and come outside and put it in. Wherewith he should have said, all right, I hold the car. But a lot of people put a lot of money down on cars and don't want to lose it. And that's why I keep saying to people, stop buying things you can't afford. Because the minute you don't have the money to pay, it is not yours. And so they came to his house to take his car, and he got upset, fire his weapon, hitting the man 4 times. One is in the hospital, and one is in St. Lucie jail. Does all that worth it? Does all that worth it? Now you don't have a car because they're still going to come and take the car. Now you don't have a house because they're going to take your house. You're in jail, you can't make the payment. You're going to sit in jail and then get tried and go to prison. Is all that worth it? I don't want to go over what I did yesterday. But we can walk away from situations. We can walk away from things. We have to sinners. We have to walk away. I'm praying for the children and the teenagers and the young people, and they are calming down, and now the big people are taking it over. Now the big ones are taking over. We are the teenagers left out. Because now all I'm seeing is big people getting in trouble who know better. You're big and you know better. Teenagers don't know better. They don't live yet. They don't know anything. They think they do. But a grown man know better. You know wrong from right. Don't you leave your family and you're sitting in jail because somebody comes to report the court if you can't go to court. Put $100,000 down in the house one time. They didn't give me a penny back. I put $100,000 down on the house, and I lost the house. For example, I keep telling my children, I said, don't make plans. My son has to pay back IRS. And he tell IRS he can pay how much. I said, don't do that. Tell IRS you can pay $50 a month. Stretch it out. Because when you file your taxes, they will take it for it and it will come back. I owe IRS one time. And I went and tell IRS I can pay how much. And then I was making it money. IRS looking for the money that you can pay. I had to call back and let them do it again because I wasn't working the money to pay that I said. Take a car for how much dollars and you think, all right, $800. Oh, I'm making $5,000 a month. I can pay $800. Yeah. What happened to the time when you're not making $800? What's going to happen to your car payment? What happened to the time when you're not making $5,000 a month? What happened to your car payment, or week, or whatever it is? Then you don't want to see anybody come and take the car that you put $10,000 down on. Well, you could have taken $10,000 and buy a beautiful used car. You don't have to get that car cash. We gotta use our smart that God gives us. My accountant said to me, the minute you take a car off the lot, it doesn't work. It value like 30. But we love to go out there. Well, this is my new Mercedes that I bought because we think that material things make us into somebody. They don't. I don't care if you want to come down and me and say I don't have a beautiful place run. I don't care if you want to say I buy guest bag or no name bag. That's fine. I have money in it. When we do these things, we're only hurting ourselves. And that's why we are always one step back behind. We're always one step back. Because we are not thinking. We are one step back.
You're listening to the fascinating Native.
We are always one step behind. Because we are stretching ourselves. will always be around. You want to see by a car this year, it's going to come out. This year the light is straight, and next year it come the light turn the other way. And what you go, oh my God, look what, you know what I mean? You feel bad because you have the old car. Cars will always be around, and when you're ready, you'll get whatever you want. Now he's sitting in St. Lucie Country. I don't know what he's in the hospital. No boys, he's I think he was 28. He's in the hospital. But they should tell him that when you're ready, when you're going to repossess car, long time. You're going to do it. The grower plan, you want to use to repossess car. They used to come at night and you wake up in the morning, you go see a car. Have a thing that they run it under the, I don't know what it is, put it and pull the car and go. They don't come there and come out the car and hitching up car and all that kind of thing. No, they don't. They put something under it and down the road they went. Maybe they stop and fix it later on. But they have something that hook around the wheels. We have to be careful. Our family needs us. Our children need us. Our wife needs us. Our community needs us. Our job needs us. As I said yesterday, whenever you do something, you do it to the whole family. You do it to the whole family, not only you. Not only you suffer. His wife is home, can't pay the bill, my wife's not there. The children, you think about the children. Before you, before you, before you do something, I know he was upset about his losing his car. But if you see that you're behind in your payment, call and make a really the car come. Get some time to life. And I don't think they come and take it back right away. I don't know unless it's by your payment. But if you have a good reputable company, they give you 2, 3 months. Understand that the company needs us. Let nothing separate you from the family. I know they want to separate us. And some people are still brainwashed that they're coming up against each other, that they're fighting against each other. They have words to say about each other. They are saying some derogatory things to each other. You let this thing separate you. And what the other one? How many views? That's the only channel I watch, really. The lady, somebody said, the lady who unlived the man who said he don't want black woman in Miami, she gets hours of research. 60 hours community service. 60 hours. You know, some sort of one. I don't know, something like that. Community service. Who does that? And you sit there trying to separate yourself from your people. You sit there trying to separate yourself. Nobody tell you not to talk to anybody. Talk to everybody. But we still are family, no matter where you come from. Well, I was singing, I think a burning spear. I don't know if it's one of it. No matter where you come from, as long as you're black, we are a family. No matter where you come from, Jamaica, Africa, England, where we are family. And if we trace the lineage, we are sisters. Be nice to each other. Be good to each other. Goodness fade out. Badness don't. Hatred don't. Because it takes too much muscle in your body to hate each other. And to say bad derogatory things. Don't let anything separate. Don't do that. I was looking at people and I said, oh my Lord. All the people I used to see on TikTok, I don't know where they go. We're not seeing any of the older ones. But don't let anything separate. Whether social media or not social media. Don't let anybody separate you. Don't let anybody. I am sure that neither death nor life, nor angels, nor rulers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor powers, nor heights or depth, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God in Christ Jesus, our Lord. We can't do anything to separate ourselves from our God. Nothing we can do. He loves us so much. That he split himself in two and turned into man and came to earth just to save us. Just to save us. Just to save you from the sin, the atrocity. So now I don't have to go to the priest. I can say, Abba Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to kill the lamb. I don't have to bring a turtle dove. I don't have to ask you to pray for me because I know that my Redeemer liveth. I don't have to ask you to do anything. I get on my knee and I say, Father, in the name of Jesus, I come to you today. I know that he's listening. And because he came, and because he lived, and because he died, and because he rose again, he said, when I go, I'm going to send you a comforter. So when somebody sees me, they see Jesus. I have been crucified with Christ. It's no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. And the life I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me. The life I live is no longer my life, but it's the life of Christ who lives in me. It's not my life. I live because Christ lives in me. And that gives me the power, the grace to come to covers me. The devil can't do me no harm. The devil got to ask God if he can touch me. I'm not scared of the devil. I am not scared. You may delay me, but you can't deny me. Because I'm in Christ. In God. No matter what you do, I am covered under the blood. His grace is sufficient to keep me. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you say. Because my God lives in me. I have the strength. I have the power to tell you what thus saith the Lord. Whether you want to believe it or not. When I tell you, I don't have to go out there and tell you believe. You heard it. Whether you believe it or not, I already said it. Christ lives in me. And because it lives in me, I have the power to speak what thus saith the Lord. I will speak what thus saith the Lord. Because men are fallen among our flesh. They're twisted. They're with you today and they are against you. That's why I speak what saith the Lord. 1 minute they are with you, and the next minute they against. 1 minute they want to marry you, the next minute they see somebody else that they want to marry, that they love better, with a Coca-Cola bottle straight, and they flip and they switch. And you would say, what have I done? I didn't do you nothing. I didn't do anything. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. That's it. Flesh. The flesh is weak. And it's always looking for something else. I have to get a man with a lot of money. I have to get a woman with a lot of money. I have to get. The flesh is always, the flesh is never satisfied. The Bible said, who can tame the tongue? Who can tame the flesh? Always looking. Always looking for something more. I need a better job. I need a better wife. I need a better husband. I need. Never satisfied. I need a better car. I need a better house. Because my friend down the road got $1 billion. I need a $2 million. Ah, my son, my friend have an infinity. I need a Mercedes. It's never satisfied. That's why we always have to be dead. Did we ever satisfy them to think we're going to live a more simple life? We would not be working that hard. Because we were satisfied with what we have. Because we don't satisfy, we always got to be doing. And a lot of people die on the job. A lot of people work so hard that they work themselves to a closet. I have a friend and she said, oh, I'm going to retire at 70. 72 or something. I don't know. At 72, she was always no more. As soon as she retired, she was gone. Don't work yourself into a closet. I think the young people have it now. They do social media thing and get money. But I hope they put it to good use. That when they get older, they have money. And those just blow it to buy Mercedes and buy all kind of car and things. So people can be invested wisely. I used to know this Jewish woman. And she said, Barbara, when we live in this country, we have $50 $50. And the $50 was able to put through everybody who was coming through immigration because it was a wire fence thing. And she said, the fence thing. And she said, when you come in, you go back to the fence and you put the $50 on you. And she said, take everybody in to their family. Everybody giving everybody the $50. So you can show that you have $50 when you come into the United States. And she said when they come in, they work on the railroad. They were work and the husband work on the railroad and husband work and sell and something like in Jamaica when they're selling sometimes a week you don't see them from country to country. And people used to go and sharpen knife. She said her father used to sharpen knife. And you wouldn't believe that sharpen knife could make a living. She said her father worked and sharpen knife. And he sharpened the stick and the garden. So it goes sharpen. Some of them said that her husband was a shoemaker and she used to walk in the bedroom there and tack up the shoe and sew up the shoe. And she said she bought some stock in what is this name? AT&T. And she just let it stay there. And she said, but that time when you buy it was so cheap, little and nothing. And she had to pay back. Look at the beginning. That's why I love to speak to all of you. They tell me so much. Although now they are killing everybody who's trying to come to the United States. But forever people have been coming to the United States. Although enough people came and their parents came and parents stayed, now they don't want anybody else to come. Every trace everybody lineage came from it somewhere. Apart from the now it's not a time for waste. No, don't. Stuff is around the corner. Death is around the corner. I was looking for somebody. The last time I was looking for somebody, the next thing I know, she got away. And I was looking for somebody. And it says, these are the deaths that happened in Lauderdale Lake in the year. Young people in Florida. I grew up when you have about 10 older people. Saying, what's wrong with these younger people while they're dying? Young people, pages and pages and pages. In just one city, Lauderdale Lake. And they said, do you want to see another page? I said, no. It says, you want to see another page? I said, no. All the young people. Well, I'm not saying all. So many young people. Leave it alone. Should be so. Old people, young people, young people. But we're going to continue praying for young people. I see changes. Yeah, are listening in the spiritual realm. Don't let anybody separate you from God. Don't let anybody separate you from family. Don't let anybody separate you. The family is all you got. I think I heard a man that was talking last night about friends. Friends are the love you love. Friends never stick around. Friends never stick around. You go to jail and call a friend for getting gone. But God is the only one that keeps it close to you. But God is the love of the world that is being done. He loves you. He loves you. I don't care what people want to say. There is a God. And He loves you. He loves you so much that He sent His Son to die this day. That He sent His Son to die that you might live and have life and have it more abundantly. What a good God. I have been crucified with Christ. And it's no longer I that lives, but He that lives within me. And the life I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God. That is so deep. That is so deep. You're crucified with Him. You're born with Him. You're a new man. And the life that you now live is not your life in the flesh. But because Jesus lives in you. I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who lives, but Christ who lives in me. And the life I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God who loves me and gave Himself for me. My God. The life I now live in the flesh is not longer mine, but it's because Jesus Christ lives in me. So when you're sinning, you say, Jesus Christ lives in me. I'm able to smile all the time. I don't have a frown on my face. I don't look like sour. Sour face when you're at home. Smiling. You go to the store. I see. I saw this lady cleaning Walmart store yesterday. Little black lady. And I was coming up and she's staring at me. I think maybe she think that I'm going to pass her. I'm not saying anything. I'm not proud. I say hi to cleaners. I want them to know that they are loved. And I said, good morning, ma'am. How are you today? Oh, yeah, bless. Make her anytime I see somebody do wrong that they did, and people don't like you because you're doing a job, I go and I talk to you. If you know that you're wanted, whatever job you're doing honestly. In an honest way, you're not robbing and stealing, you're not doing it working for. So there's no job that you can look down on somebody. I see people driving this little car on our street picking up the garbage. I said I'm going to apply to this city, but I didn't. We should be all people doing. They try to pick up all the problems. You know, as I said, Bob, it's so ironic. But people driving on the road and throwing bottles, throwing garbage. They eating chicken wings that flash the bone in New York, knowing that we have a hands problem. People keep throwing garbage. Keep it in your car until you come out to put it in the garbage. Put it back in your car and stuff your garbage in it. I don't understand people. You don't want it in your car, but you want it on the street. But that's another story for me. And I'm tired. Let me get some more Cersei. I am tired of the so-called Christians who are God in one hand and the devil in the other. And if you say something against on a Christian, you can say anything and do anything and hate everyone. What's your Christian? You can say and do everything. It doesn't work like you. That's not what Christians are. If you're for Christ, you're for it. If you're for the devil, you're for the devil. Because of attitude of a Christian, oh yes, of a Christian. Attitude is not Christian life. The hatred, the envy, the talk about, the criticizing. It's not Christian life. Not seeing Christ in you. I'm not seeing Christ in you. You crucified with him, and he lives in you. The life you now live, it is not your life, but the life of Christ that lives in you. How then can you do something contrary, opposite to the man who lives in you? Because he's love. He loves all his people. The first one to get up and say, "Father, I'm born again. I am born again. What is this? Save and sanctify. I don't want to associate myself with church because I get to find out that when you say the earth, and because you're not born again, you do anything you want to do. You say anything you want to say. You hurt anyone you want to do. And then the first thing you say, oh, my grandmother was a Christian. Oh, my mother, my father. Then that I don't want to hear about your mother, your father was a Christian. I want to hear about you. They were Christian, all right, they're washed in Jesus' blood. They might be sitting around the throne of God. Now, what about you? What about you? keep caught up in the world. Oh, I got to get him. I don't get it. I can't get it. You don't get me, so I can't give you. You don't bless me, so I can't bless you. I'm not going to keep you on the street because you should get a job. I'm working hard and you sit down. Not knowing that when you bless someone, you are blessing yourself. Right or wrong. That's why karma works so fast when you do bad things. But when you do good things in the same way, it come right back to you. It really does. It comes right back to you. But when you think, the Bible said the goodness of Jesus, all that he has done for my soul. It's not what you thinking God is saying. I couldn't say, well, for Jesus Christ died for you. I don't know if anybody happy to be saved, but I am. I don't know if anybody feel happy today. I'm glad because I'm crucified with Christ. And it's no longer me. God that lives in me. I know when the time comes, my eyes are closed, I will be with it. But therefore, no condemnation. For the law of the Spirit of life has sent you free in Christ Jesus from the law of sin and death. For God has done by the law you, but tempted on some people like the sinful flesh and for sin. And condemned sin in the flesh in order that they might just requirements of the law might be fulfilled in us, who walk not according to the flesh, but according to the Spirit. For those who live according to the flesh, set their mind on things of the flesh. For those who live according to the Spirit, set their mind on things. So when you are in Christ, you set your things on spiritual. And that's why people can understand. They keep going, It's the spirit that does it. Last night I was watching this man who says a prophet. This man was asking about the spirit. Is the spirit all the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, if they are one? And he keep answering, and he keep answering, and he keep going on instead of coming out and saying yes. They keep going around, and if you do something to that, and it's the things in administration. I'm not going to go around and tell you, oh, if you did this, that it does it. No. The Bible said, I and my Father are one. Period. That's it. I don't have to explain anything else to you. Ask him. He's able to spin himself in many different parts if he wants. He created us so he can create a son. He can create a daughter. He can do whatever he wants. It's only for you to grasp it. But because you're looking in the flesh, you can see the spiritual aspect. So you open to the power. And you always want to dig deep in the things of God. Because you can't understand the spirit. So you have a problem with it all. And if you sit here forever and explain it or try to explain it, you'll never understand. Because you're looking for God to move in the way you move, and it doesn't move that way. God don't look like you move. God don't do things how He wanted to do. And yet we can't understand. No. No matter the speak from now until next year, trying to let you understand you'll never. You can't. You have to be born again. Looking at the things in the spiritual realm. That's why we have so much problem because people are not looking in the spiritual realm and answer, but looking in the flesh. And then you can't see it in the flesh that you say you're lying. Lord said, if I tell you everything and you don't understand, what if I tell you everything? You'll never understand. Because we think that God is going to come down here and give us a father and a son and say, oh, it's not going to happen. Yeah. Because they're looking for the come down into the public class and say, oh, you say, no, that's not it. Understand the God. Spirit. Trust the people. They ask you to do the spirit. It has to do with the spirit. And if you don't try to understand the spiritual language and things, you'll never get it. And you'll be an unblock to everybody who have a problem, who have a program and teacher, or YouTube or wherever. Because it won't sit right with you, because you don't understand it. And no matter how they speak, you'll never understand it until you start looking. And ask God to open up your understanding. And then not you're gonna get wherever. Okay. Some people really don't even want to know. They don't want to be the God. How can God be the Son can be God and man? How can this and how can that and every day we hear? How can because a lot of people keep asking people the things that they should be asking God. How are you gonna come and ask a question? How? Why don't you know it? You can't come and ask it. Ask God. Turn to God and ask Him. You can talk to Him. And speak to your heart. Why did God do this? Why did God do this? Don't look at God. Ask Him. And ask and speak to your heart. When you start making a problem and people shout about it, why? He should have put a word. God don't do things because people think to do it right. He do it in His own terms, in His own way, and on His own terms. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation or disaster, or persecution or famine, or nakedness, or addiction, or sword, or prescription, for your sake, we are dead all the day long. We are regarded as sheep to be slaughtered. No, the no thing. We are more than conquerors through Him who loved us. For I am sure that we will bring no life or angels in not things present or things to come. Your power now is present. No anything else in all creation revealed will separate us from the love of Christ, from the love of God who is Christ Jesus. Oh Lord. Hebrews 13:5 says, keep your life free from love of money and be content with what you have. For He has said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. Be content. Be content. Keep your life free from the love of money. The love of money is the root of all evil. I think I saw in the news that this man walked in Walmart. There's a security guard to collect money. And they gave him $75,000. And he go, the love of money, that's what doing a lot of things. Because we feel like we have to have a whole ton load. So we can really be written for others. Thanks to the God of heaven for his steadfast love endureth forever. You love God, money will come. You love God, fame will come. The only thing that when money comes and when fame comes, we want more and more. On the switch, when fame and money come, we want more. We're not satisfied. And we start corrupting ourselves to get more. And we start mixing the evil money with God's money. And that's why God tells me to switch. They switch. They switch. And start doing our thing. You see that? There are the church. The people fell off the church. Hey, and tear down the church. I understand it's old, but we have to be careful. That's all I'm going to say on that. We have to be careful. Let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. You will get warning. Amen. In this, the love of God was made manifest among us. And God sent his only Son into the world so that it might have lived through him. So that we might live through him. And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good. For those who are called according to his purpose. Are you called for his purpose? Are you called for Christ for God's purpose? Psalm 129 says, Lord, to those who pass by, the blessing of the Lord be upon you. Bless you in the name of the Lord. Did somebody tell you that? You need more than money. Unless you're happy. Because the Spirit of the Lord is upon me. Because He has anointed me to preach the gospel. To set at liberty them that are bruised. Hey, to open blinded eyes. To heal the sick and heal the lame. To set the captive free. My God. I don't have to make you believe if you don't want to. It's your prerogative. I don't have to speak that you believe me. I say, God save the Lord. Some fall on deaf ears. Amen. Some fall on deaf ears. Some fall on stony ground. But such a drop to the Lord wanted to. So we have come to know and to believe love of God for us. God is love, and whosoever abideth in love, abideth in God, and God abideth in him. After that, if you have the love of God in you, He abide in you and doing it, and everybody will see you for who you said you are. I'm sorry. Everybody will see who you said you are. But God show His love for us while we were yet sinners. While we were sinners and still are. Like, they don't come and say you have to be, you have to be. We give you a choice. It's a free will. He don't impose himself on you. He could have done that. And if he had done that, you would have been sorry. If he had done that, you would have been sorry and you would have another thing to say. Because if he imposed it on you like it was before, in olden days, everyone got to praise him. Everyone got to worship him. But now we give you a choice. Choose the devil or choose God. In olden days, you didn't have a choice. You were born with God or death. One's very give you. Now you have two. You live for Satan or you live for God. Two rounds before you pick your choice. And people still have a problem with it. They still give you a choice. They give you a choice to preserve them or not. And people still have a problem. They have a problem with it before, but it was only one way. And now we give you a choice and you still complain. Bless the Lord. Bless the Lord in my soul. Touch the light button. We don't have any lights in there. No matter what God does, you can't please man. Can't please. You have it one way before. You have it two way now. Still not good. I think you should have it stay one way. The world would be better off with one way. We wouldn't have such evil. We wouldn't have such evil in the world. Such hatred. Such gimme. All for me. And we don't care about the other person.
Let's go.
It was better in the olden days. Because we only have one God to serve. Yes, we have to go to the priest for prayer. No, we have free will and we still don't want it. We have free will and we still don't like it. We have a choice to serve God or Satan and we still don't like it. We call God the bully. We call God the sky daddy. We call him all kind of names. But there coming a day Then you shall meet that sky daddy. You're gonna meet that whatever man you call it, and you're gonna have to explain yourself. He said, all right, the conversation shall be brought up in the day of judgment. What you gonna say then? You gonna say you never heard of him? You gonna tell him I didn't come on TikTok and you hear my voice? What are you gonna say then? You're gonna tell him you didn't hear me on Facebook? You're gonna tell him you didn't hear me on YouTube? You didn't hear the other people come and preach and talk and whatever they do? There is coming a day when you have to meet the Lord. There is coming a day when you have to answer to all your atrocities. You're going to answer all your sins. What are you going to do for it? People have things to do. They don't have to come and eat. But we are doing the work of the Lord. I want to do my garden. I want to pick weeds. I'm a common here. And some people face so much backlash. People face so much criticism. Some people face so much criticism. Some people face so much. And if you don't understand the spiritual aspect of God, and I will not be going on wrong with everybody about that. But if the asking, it's not only my God, it's what God too. Come talk to me about God and God's business. Ask them. They'll tell you. We want the things of the world. And we don't want God. We don't want Him. What we want is healing. And we want His blessing. We don't want the blesser. But we want the blessing. As soon as something happens, we expect Him to run down with His cape like Batman and take it away from us. And if He don't take it away from us, we have something else to say. But we'll never serve Him. We'll never give Him any attention. We'll never call on Him. We'll never pray to Him. But as soon as something happens, put on your cape and come on. Put your cape on and come and do it. I'm ready. Put on your cape and come. I am in need. I am in need. I need you right now. Come on, Batman. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work. So save up your fire. Save up your prayer. Find a day when you need Him. Save your fire. Sum it up. Just keep praying. As I said, church, and people say, oh, pray for me, pray for me. When you're sick, you're going to call me and tell me, pray for me because I'm sick. Send up the prayer before you're sick so God can keep all this sickness. He will keep it all away from you. Read Exodus 15. He will keep all these diseases away from you. You have to pray before it happens. Don't pray after the ask for it. You know, people, I think it's so fun and you are going to do something yesterday. And his skin, like his skin was so smooth and nice the man was got old, he said, don't abuse his body. He said, you don't womanize. But I know you have it right. He said, you don't go from, what do you call it, girl, Gallet, he's not a Gallet, or whatever this girl is. He said, the minute you start with your body, you're killing it. After see a 17-year-old man here, said he's ready now to settle down. 17. And this little girl was having a field day. Well, never say young lady. She was having a field day. You go around when young people need you and you waste your days. And then you are one foot in the grave and one in a banana peel. And now is a time that you're ready to settle down. Who are you going to settle down with? Who? Anointed. Sanctuary. There is a sweet anointing. But God show us his love. God show us his love for us. And we were yet sinners. God. While we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. I will live with you, my darling. To live with me. What kind of love the Father has given us. That we should be called the children of God. And so we are. The reason why the world does not know us is that it did not know him. The world does not or did not know him, so the world don't know us. The world will not accept us because we're in the world, but we're not of the world. We're living in the world, but we're not of the world. I am a spiritual being because Christ lives in me. How are you going to understand? You never understand it. You did not understand the Savior. How are you going to understand? How are you going to love me? You don't have any love for yourself. You don't have love for yourself. Because if you have love for yourself, you love everyone. People who don't love everyone, they don't have love. They always bitter. They always have something negative to say. You tell them something nice and joking, and they so bitter they don't know. They don't love. Amen. Amen. They have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. And the life I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God. Love is life for me. Drop the mic, drop the mic. God love us. God love us so much. God love us so much. And we can understand how much we are loved. We are special. And we got to walk in the favor of God. Everything is here for us. But because we are not walking in that realm, everything seems so far away from us. You want a good job? walk in the favor of God and walk in and claim. Because the minute you walk in, you find favor. You're a Christian, you have favor. But we're walking so camp, and we're walking with shoulder drop, and we're walking like upright, upright. And my teacher used to say, she used to put book on my head. My teacher put a book on my head and said, walk, this is how you walk. We got to claim what God has for us. We have to claim He already died. He lives in us. The world is ours. Everything that is in there. He said 1,000 hills, not just on the hills. How can we say we are poor? How can we say we are poor? But 1,000 cattle on the hills. That's everything in the world. You don't have to go against it. You don't have to go against it. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and all is righteousness. And all things will be added unto you. Seek Him first. I always said that you make a good wife, a good husband, you good children, you good job, you good home, you good car. Seek Him first. I'm going to try to show off. Seek Him first. We are not seeking Him. We are not doing the things of God. And that's why we have so much issue. That's why we have so much problem. We are not praying before we get sick. We are praying after we get sick. We need to pray, cover ourselves, cover your home, cover your children. Seek ye first. He said all the diseases, even keep away from you. If you just buy something. All the diseases that come up on us. They will keep away from you. We need to really support and walk in the blessing. So, walk in favor. We have favor of God. When the people don't know God, they are walking. And we are thinking, taking our time and going out. All day, I am on, all that. Claim it in the name of Jesus. Claim it. Claim your healing. Claim your blessing. Tell Him don't bring the diseases to your home. He said none of these diseases. Pray. None of the diseases that will come. For the sake of Christ, I have contempt with weakness, insults, hardship, persecution, calamity. For when I am weak, then I am made strong. When I am weak, I'm made strong in Christ.